Hey, good evening. Let's talk family. Welcome. It's Monday night. Great Monday night. Guess it was a great Sunday for the people that watch Power. So tonight we discuss Power Book Two Ghost Review Show, Episode 8, and as Courtney Kemp reiterated to all the Power Universe fans that Episode 8 in all the Power verses is always one of the most compelling episodes in all of the seasons. And if you go back and think about it, like Dwayne and myself did, Episode 8 always was like the big episode before the season finale. So, Dwayne, what's
Yes,
up,
sir.
brother?
Hey, man, it was good, man. It was a good Sunday, man. And very good episode. I hope we get a lot of people in the chat. Curious to see what everybody think about it. I thought it was an excellent episode, and it falls right in line of episodes 8 of Powers Past. And hey, man, we can get right into it. It was
Well,
action packed.
we do so much stuff together, you and myself, as well as the shows. We do sports together, and we talk periodically on the phone. And we always try to talk each other off the ledge when we say crazy stuff, or stuff just might just have a different take. Our brother returning is Anthony Price. Thanks a lot, Anthony, for returning. One of the things, Dwayne, that we discussed was, and I said it, I said, yo, that dinner scene might have been the greatest scene in the Power universe. And I went back and I take that statement back, but it's definitely the best scene in Ghost 2, Power Book 2 Ghost. I think it was an awesome scene. I think you've seen a lot of the people that do what we do, podcasting and do review shows. They really talked about that scene, how it was powerful. Shout out to Mark Dark, who does an excellent job. Everybody that follows Mark Dark on YouTube, he's one of the forerunners in doing what we do. So I always try to support people that I know that do good work, regardless of being in quote unquote in the same lane. You give props to who deserve props. And then I seen the Ether beat put on the dinner
Yeah,
scene. I think it
yeah,
was great
yeah.
job, man.
The all the Z Cross memes that's been out there
Yeah, I
today.
was shocked at that. I thought it would be a year off or 2 years. 4 years, like me and you discussed earlier, 4 years as we get older don't seem like a big difference. But when you're young, 4 years is the difference between a senior in high school and an eighth grader.
Never forget about that, man. That's like a 5-year-old in kindergarten with a 9-year-old.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. That was a stretch.
Yeah,
That was a stretch.
yeah.
But as we know, man, like sometimes we overanalyze it. And I know it's for entertainment, but it's like, would it have been that easy for Diana to get that birth certificate and all that stuff? You know, I'm like, nah,
It,
but
it would have been a little hard, but they had to make it look good. She,
it's made for
you know,
TV. You understand? But darn man, you could have made them 2 years old. 4 years? 4 years is a big difference,
you
man.
know, you know,
It's a
you know.
big
One
difference.
thing, one thing. Hey, Sean, I'm glad you with us, cause one thing I loved about the whole dinner scene that everybody's gonna talk about and like, and why I think it's the whole thing is because if y'all look at the dinner scene, Diana didn't start the fight. She sat back, and Monet started coming at her, and just like the scene they did from why did I why did I get married
Mm-hmm.
when he said Marcus get your wife because that man you going too far and
Yeah.
Diana reeled her in, man. She set up for the kill shot and just won. Like I ain't the only one with anybody. Like and Lorenzo with his humor but anger. Diana, we raised you better than that. Tariq.
Yeah. Like y'all killers and drug dealers. And which goes back to the fact that I find it very hard to believe that these people don't know who Ghost and Tommy was, man.
Yeah, you know what's funny? I just seen the episode, Dwayne, where Ghost, what Kate was telling Tommy, you're mad at Ghost, and you was just Ghost. This is when he got killed. That you're mad at Ghost because he saw life outside of Queens. So like, it's real weird that they're all from the same borough in New York, or allegedly from the same borough. And nobody ever heard of Ghost or Tommy, but they always say James St. Patrick. So always remember that They never
Yeah,
say Ghost.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Um, it was a lot more interesting. I know everybody getting on the dinner scene, and that was the most popular scene. But there's a lot of things that went down on this episode, man. Like how Kane came up with the plan for them to hit Mecca's spot. You know, how they executed it. You know, uh, Drew killing little Guap. First of all, he was too close up on him with the gun,
Yeah, he too
so that
close.
was
Like
yeah, he was a little too close.
you
He
just knew
contemplated too
you
long.
just knew that was gonna happen that way.
Listen, man.
You knew he wasn't gonna kill Drew, but you knew like yo they was gonna have to fight.
Listen, you had the silencer on the gun, man. Just shoot his ass. You know,
Yeah, yeah.
just shoot his ass,
So
man.
I'm gonna ask
Like,
you. I'm gonna ask you about the another scene. How did you feel? And I know you was just watching it. The reason why I'm asking you about the scene because I don't think most of people caught it is how Tariq used his ghost-like execution style in manipulating Professor Milgrain to take the stand.
well, he got her. You know, he got her good, man, to be able to take the stand, and she fell for it, man. Like, that scene was good. And as you and I talked in one of our conversations, Tariq with the lawyer, man, the movements that's being done with that lawyer, man, it makes you think that ghost may still be alive,
Yeah, I
man.
want to ask everybody in the chat that what do y'all think about that? Because if y'all listen, if you watch that scene closely more than one time, he says, "Yeah, your sister's gonna be adopted. The name
Yeah,
changed to a family. Everything's gonna be sealed." And Tariq didn't believe him.
right.
Tariq said, "My father did all that before he
Before he
died."
died.
And if you notice the lawyer just was shaking his head, but he never said a verbal no. So I think that sometimes the writers they throwing the pebbles again. They throwing these little trinkets to a lot of the fans that feel like Ghost isn't dead. They keep playing it on and on like he's not dead. Like when you really think about it, he has to have a high level of prophecy, or Ghost was just very smart because
Yeah,
how did
man.
he know Tariq was going to get locked up? Then the baby was going to be stranded, and he didn't even know Tasha was going to be in witness protection.
Right. That's what I'm
So
saying.
you
How he
know,
knew all that was gonna go down like that?
yeah,
Like,
that's a little far fetched. So we got to look at that and be like, here you go again with the ghost ain't dead rumors. I know a lot of people feel as though he ain't dead, and me myself, I think Amari Harburg did a great job. So I didn't want him to be dead out the show anyway. So,
yeah, man.
but Dwayne, so back to the dinner scene. The funniest part to me was when they were saying Zeke's age, and Kane just came out of nowhere and said,
I
"So,
ain't the
mom, I'm
oldest.
not the oldest." Dude,
Nah,
it's
Zeke
shots being
still a
fired at this dinner table.
Zeke still the funniest. He the funniest, man.
He's
Even when
like,
he
"That's
don't
that's
want
not
to
my
be the funny.
dad. That's not my
It's not
dad.
my
That's not my
dad.
dad.
It's not my dad.
Auntie, tell him that's not my dad."
Auntie told
Diana had to tell him. That's not your auntie. That's your mother. He was worried about NCAA regulations and everything.
Yo, listen, man. She spilled it all. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man.
Walking Dead universe, Ghost and Tasha told on Kanan allegedly they called the cops on Kanan, so both of them is rats. Courtney tries to tell us that every time I guess somebody brings up Ghost that he was a likable character, but don't forget he was a snitch. Zeke always looking lost, and like I don't get that. Like he's older than everybody expected, so he should be a little bit
Yo,
wiser, a little bit
they
smarter
always
than everybody.
listen. They always said he was big for his age.
Yeah, Dwayne, man, I really appreciated this episode though. I thought it was really good.
Yeah, it was
It's
good things,
unfortunate
man.
because this is what
Like,
power
listen,
does to us, I believe.
it do, but like Mecca knew Kane was all over that, but he
I
ain't
think
gonna
he
kill.
knows. I think
No,
he
he
killed
know. You
Chef
know, you
because
gotta
Chef's
think
job
about
was
it.
to watch Kane.
He not gonna kill the love of his life, son. He ain't gonna do that. So he took out my man. Like he took him out. But he know it's Kane that did all that, man. You know, it
Yeah. It's a
Yeah,
weird thing with the ghost thing, bro.
weird.
Like it just the ghost thing is weird. So Dwayne, you what do you think Mecca like? So he killed Chef, thought Chef was he made us think Chef was the mole where he looked at Kane when Kane walked away.
Yeah, he
Like,
knows
yeah, I know
Kane.
it's you.
He knows
Um,
him.
what do you think next? Like,
Listen, I mean, it's set up right, and again, it's kind of set up interesting, right? Because now Monet free to go be with Mecca Man, and they could build their empire and be in straight competition with Lorenzo and the kids, man. Because basically the family don't really want nothing to do with her, you know. She went over there and murked Kerry and then made it look like a suicide. Like,
somebody,
you know,
somebody, somebody in the chat, right? Because I had the clip up. Somebody said her feet was too high up in the air for it to be suicide. I said,
she
Joe, they
was
doing too much. I
yo,
said,
she
so
was
I said
kind
we
of
got
high.
some. I said we got some demonic cats up in this chat. They talking about
Yeah, but
her
she
feet.
was kind of high when
She
you
was
think
too
about it.
high to have killed
She
herself.
was kind of high. But listen, Monet knew where Zeke was going. She knew where Zeke was going.
Oh, you talking about Tariq with the prison or military? I don't think. I think Tariq with this case is going. He basically going to get acquitted. This
Yeah,
is what I
Rick
just
ain't
think.
going nowhere.
I think Tariq is going to get that money next season. I think that's going to be
Mm-hmm.
key. I think because the clinical studies class that he's taking is a class so he graduates early.
Yeah,
So I
remember
think
he
that's
in year two. He in year
in year
two.
two. So next year
So
I
he only
think it's
gotta
going to
get
be the
one
year.
more and he can get that money.
And like Dwayne said about Carrie dying, I think that they got to get away from the school thing a little bit. I think it's
Yeah, like
time for that whole
I
campus to
said that last week. That whole class on ethics and stuff, it's time for them to rest that.
yeah. I think Chanda. I think that chef's job really was to watch Mecca's back for people like Kane that came along and would try to infiltrate his organization. I think that now Mecca realized, like, you know, even though I've been playing Kane, he been playing me as well.
Listen, Mecca was pissed. Mecca wanted to kill somebody. And he wasn't gonna kill the love of his life, son. So he just killed old boy. He just he just happened to be there, man. You know what I'm saying? So somebody was gonna have to die. And it wasn't gonna be Kane. You know what I'm saying? But it's crazy, man. It's old Sachs can't get the hell out of his way, messing up his relationship,
Sax tried to
letting it
kiss
be
her.
known.
That's she was like, "What
Yeah,
are you doing?"
but Sachs is so crazy. He let it be known that Tariq listened to the tape.
Yeah,
Like you don't want Sachs on your side, man.
Sax is legitimately, and I know we the last two seasons of this we be messing around with you know old boy thinking he is can't get right. Sax is the original can't get right.
Yeah,
Anything
he
that
can't get right.
think about Sax, even when the ghost investigation, Sax always messed up the investigations, y'all. Always.
He can't get out of his way, Sachs, man. But yeah, man. Nah, man. I need Kane around,
Yeah,
bro.
Dwayne is a big Kane fan.
I need Kane around.
Anthony, I
Cause you
put
know,
I put that up in the on the YouTube in the community section. Team Mecca or Team Lorenzo. I could see a war going on,
oh,
but
it's coming.
it's coming, and I think that the key to that chessboard, as they always use power, is like a chessboard. The key to the chessboard in that is going to be Tariq. Who could get Tariq on their team? I think Lorenzo. It's a scene where they're trying to say that Lorenzo confronts Tariq at the school. Nobody sees Tariq's face in the promos. Nobody sees the face of the person that goes there in the promos. Everybody's saying it's Lorenzo. So I think Lorenzo is key to try to know who Tariq is because he never met Tariq. I think Mecca is going to realize that Tariq is the one that get that work off. So I think in their war going into hopefully season 3, we're gonna see where Tariq is the major piece of what they got going on. Yeah, Davis. Yeah, Davis did warn her. He ate her. He did eat her alive on the stand. I mean, she got destroyed, man, and he reeled her in because the prosecutor said to her, "Do you always protect your students?" She was like, "Yeah, I do anything to protect my students." Davis reeled her in, yo. And Tariq was sitting there like he was oblivious to this. But Tariq did the ultimate chess move and forced her thinking she was helping out Lauren by testifying, but she actually destroyed her credibility. So now they even can't put Lauren on the stand. But it's a good, very real good episode, man. Y'all could give us y'all ratings on the episode. Um, like I said, episode 5, I gave the highest rating that I ever gave any show that we do reviews on, and that won't happen this time. I'm not saying this wasn't a great episode, but it won't get that high rating. One thing I learned from watching Power You, yeah, one thing you learn from watching Power, you can't trust anybody. Everybody is snakes.
Everybody gonna snake
That's
you, man.
exactly right.
Everybody gonna snake you, but you got to keep Kane around, man. Kane is like Kanan, yo. That's the way I look at him. You need him, yo. He play everybody, and to see the reason that Kane, like people don't understand the importance of the character of Kane. He's in everything. He's in everything. He got his dealings with Tariq. He got his dealings with his family, trying to prove himself to his family, and he got his dealings with Mecca. He's a
Woo.
very vital character.
These
to
numbers
this
coming in high, Dwayne.
Huh?
These numbers, they're giving you these ratings
Listen,
already.
it
King Atterbury
deserves
said
it.
it at 9.
It
Anthony said
deserves
at
it.
9.5.
I'm with Anthony. I was giving it a 9.5. I'm with Anthony on it. But again, seriously, man, I'm just trying to tell y'all, like, besides Tariq, Kane is the next most important character in this series because he got his hand in every storyline, man. He got his hand in every storyline. And let's be honest, y'all, Woody McClain, the best actor on this set in this series. He the best actor too, man. Plays the hell out of this Kane role, man. But I told y'all since the first season of this that this was my dude, and I was rocking with him. I had people last week talk about Kane was going to die.
Shonda,
No, he
I'm
wasn't.
like you. That dinner scene was the best scene in
It
Power Book
was,
2
but
Ghosts
see, I
from
think
both
people is
seasons.
losing. I think everybody losing everything in that dinner scene, right? Which was phenomenal. But you gotta, what happened? Yeah, but that's what makes him who he is. He is he wants the respect of his mother.
He wants the respect of his mother and father. He want to be known
He
as I'm the
he
oldest.
wants to be
I
that
could run this
respect.
shit. Yeah.
He don't like that they feel like Drew is more capable than him, man. Like he a killer. He a straight killer,
That's a
man.
good similarity. Kane is like Kanan's uncle.
He is.
That's a good similarity.
He is. Now she tell us don't compare the different power books, but it's hard not to. It's hard not to compare. But yeah, that dinner scene was cool, man.
Give it a 10.
But people ain't even looking at. There's a lot of good scenes in this episode, man. People ain't even looking at the scene where Tariq played Milgram. He
He
played her
played
in
her.
Lauren's apartment.
He reeled her in. She was scared to death, and he reeled her in.
That was a great
He
scene.
reeled in. Tariq in that scene, I don't know, we always say it, when is Tariq gonna show some of Ghost? That was a classic Ghost right there.
Straight classic.
That was classic Ghost. He reeled her in. He made her feel bad about being honest.
Listen, and think about it, man. Think how slick Davis was, where he was like, yo, I can't let you hear this. I can hit the space bar, but you know what? I'm gonna leave the room. He left the room. He let Tariq hear it himself. Like, it's a lot of little things. That courtroom scene, Davis. Yo, did y'all peep the older black lady in the jury? Davis had her, yo. He had her in his opening argument. She was hanging on every word. So, man, listen. Tariq with the lawyer. Yes. Yes.
Tariq, they really, and one thing about us when we do our reviews, we're Power fans, but we try to be as very honest as possible. And some episodes they show Tariq and they make him act like a young man, a young youth, where I think he talks too much. But then some episodes, like episode 5, I thought he did his thing by getting locked up, and I think that was a big moment for him. And then this episode, he showed like, yo, if you seen how they plotted the robbery And Tariq ain't let nobody else talk in that room. He was like, no,
Mm.
you do this, you do this, you do this. He plotted everything, and that was a typical quote unquote ghost move. Like, nah, I'm gonna dictate. And guess what? At the end of the day, Tariq is on a bracelet. He was free from any blame from the robbery because his hands. Everybody else did everything. Tariq wasn't even around.
And he let Effie know. He let Effie know, yo, I need something to be able to pay this lawyer. Find me something in there. What did she get? She got that damn engagement ring, yo. So, I mean, they always plotting. You understand what I'm saying? You even have my boy, Zeke talk about, y'all gonna kill Everett, my
Oh,
teammate? What the F for?
oh,
Oh, Zeke,
oh
freaky
man,
Zeke, yo.
freaky Zeke. Like but so I'm gonna ask you guys in the chat: are you guys gonna miss Carrie? I need to ask that because I thought that Carrie's role could have been expanded a little bit better. I know last season I was kind of disappointed because they just made her as a sex addict. However, I think she could have done a lot more being a former prosecutor. I think she last week when they showed the scenes with her and Tate, I thought they was gonna try to keep her around at least for a couple more episodes, but they offed her. So I want to know in the chat how you guys feel about that. I would Walking Dead said I would love to see Ghost watching from the shadows if they reveal he is alive, kind of like the Saw flashbacks to see him in the different times of season 1 and 2, watching his son. I agree tremendously
Yeah, I
with
agree.
that Walking Dead. I think that is perfect for the show.
Yes.
I think that even I don't know if you saw our early reviews. Even as an Uncle Gabe, he had used what's the actor's name again, Dwayne?
Glenn Thurman.
Glenn Thurman was Ghost's Uncle Gabe. I thought that he would play a role as like a watcher, somebody in the
Mm-hmm.
shadows watching Tariq. But if it was Ghost watching him, that'd be perfect. Even the lawyer, because why is the lawyer showing up is interesting.
Lawyers showing up everywhere, yo.
And like
Like he
you,
just showing up everywhere.
yeah.
You know,
So I
we
think that's
made,
a good plot coming through.
you had people making fun of that Joker because he was working at Trader Joe's with a stain on his shirt. And
Yeah.
now look at him.
The good thing about him is that he's working at the Trader Joe's up in Montclair, which wasn't too far from the taping of the show. So it was like, boom, okay, y'all want to make fun of me. Now I'm gonna parlay this into another acting gig.
Yeah, man.
So
So
Nicole said nope, she won't be missed at all. King said nope, she gotta go. Shonda said nope, see y'all. I'm looking forward to Keisha Sharp joining the cast. I'm trying to understand the purpose of Keisha Sharp. They said the early stuff about her is that she's going to be a professor.
she
That don't
must be
sit right with me.
she
Where
must
she's
be
going to come in.
replacing Melgrave, which means they still gonna be doing those school scenes.
Anthony, you
You know,
said they killed Carrie. You thought Tate was going to get killed. Tate is not going to get killed.
nah, because he got his own spinoff.
They planning a spinoff with Lorenz Tate
Remember, he's
allegedly called Influence.
well, nah. Remember, it was supposed to be Power Book 4 was supposed to be Influence, and then Force was supposed to be 5. So they switched it. So Force is gonna be 4. Which, hey man, we still gonna keep going because that's coming in 2 weeks. So the review shows,
February 6th we're gonna have a season finale show and an
yeah,
opening show at the same time.
same time. So the review shows will continue. So that so Influence is gonna be
What if the
Power
lawyer
Book
is
5.
Ghost? Interesting.
Interesting, interesting. But I was telling Q, right, for Influence, I don't think the Lorenz Tate character can carry a whole series by himself. So if it was me, man, I would do Influence and have it be Tate and Davis, because Davis an influencer too, man. He know how to get stuff happening, and so and Meth doing a good job, and you still got things to explore like the Red Man character. We all assuming he in jail for his brother, because his brother probably killed somebody, and the Red Man character took the fall for it. So we got 2 episodes left, right? But there's still a lot to uncover. What's gonna happen with Tate and with Sweeney and with Braden's father? Like, there's a lot of stuff to still uncover, man. Like,
And then you know that eventually Davis McClain and Sax is gonna get into it
yeah,
behind Sax running off with his mouth, and Davis McClain been basically playing Sax.
Mm.
because he used to be a U.S. attorney, and I guess that's the only way his brother could get out. And then it ties in where Sax and Lorenzo Tejada. That's how he got out. So Sax may feel like he can go to Lorenzo Tejada and be like, "Yo, I got you out." At the end of
Yeah,
the day, I was the one.
it's still a lot of hey man, still a lot of moves.
Yeah,
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 no,
you're right.
they
You're
ain't
right.
taking
They ain't
Tate
killing.
out.
They're definitely not gonna kill Tate off the show.
No, no, because he got the spinoff coming. But yeah, man, it's gonna be interesting. You know, you see certain things that bother you though. Like I think back, on some of the episode. Come on, man, that security guard Effie would have been able to get those
Oh
uh
yeah.
those those keys off of that easily, man. Like, it's some little things that happen that bother you. You know
Let
what
me
I
ask
mean?
y'all a question in the chat. I know I don't want to make this like a question show or whatever. But what do you guys think about Effie? They told us that they were going to explore her character more, and they really don't have no time unless they reveal that Mecca's Effie's father.
Well, they got a lot more seasons, man. So you want it to last a little bit longer. So they put some things out there, man. There's some carrots out there, some things they could dive into in the future.
You think they're going to try to frame Zeke for the murder, Dwayne? That Kevin Whitman, that's the cop.
Um,
His fingerprints. A lot of people feel like he left his fingerprints on the banister. He might stay there and call the cops
they
because
may,
it's
but
like an open court that they were sleeping together now, so everybody know.
yeah, but I think Sack's girlfriend gonna be like anybody associated with Tyreek St. Patrick is dying. Like, so what's going on? She gonna think somebody doing that stuff for him, man. Because it's true. Anybody that mess around with Rico or associated with him, they die,
Yeah, Anthony, they gonna keep it all the way till he finished college.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, King. I think I got a strange feeling that Effie is related to Mecca because even though Effie said she said her mother's dead. She never mentioned her father. So I got a strange feeling that might be her father that she may not know. I think
But
something's going
but
on.
but 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 wasn't how though? Because didn't he went to the military?
He might have made a baby, another baby.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know about that. Um, there may be some down the line connection.
Shonda said, "I
Yeah,
like the
it's
mystery
true.
that she has. It leaves the
Yeah,
storyline wide open for
absolutely.
futures."
It keeps it
Oh,
wide
yeah,
open.
it's definitely wide open. A lot of people
Listen,
saying that Tariq
they
can't
still
trust
got
Effie. I think Tariq can
look,
trust Effie. I think Effie is down with Tariq.
they
I,
still got a lot of storylines to explore, man. Like which one of the three Tariq gonna be with? I think you could cancel Lauren out of that mix. I think it's gonna come down to Effie or Diana, but he still was trying to protect Lauren a little bit too, though. You know what I mean? I'm just interested. Yo, the war is gonna be interesting to me, man. And I don't think they're gonna be able to wrap that thing up in 2 episodes.
mm-mm.
Like I want to see what Monet's next move is. You would assume she going to Dante's house. You would assume that because Lorenzo told her I think you should go. And how does she step back into that family environment? Listen, Freaky Zeke, he done, man. This Joker is an NCAA violation.
But see, the funny thing about Zeke is this is where I know that we're fun and we make fun of Zeke and all the memes and everybody laughs at him on social media. When you talk about a character in a show changing, they could actually take Zeke's character and make him a beast. Be like, now he wilding, shooting people, stop playing ball. Like
Yeah,
he found out who his father. Well, he met him that day, but he didn't know that was actually him. And now he like his man, and he like, yo, we
yeah.
gonna.
I might as
So
well get in. He may be
th-
like, yo, I
th-
might as well get in the family business
yeah,
now.
they might take his character and just totally just engulf that into something else. So that's interesting. What's going to happen with Zeke? King said he think Tariq is going to be with Effie and end up playing around with Diana. Well, I saw a clip of Tariq and Diana. Diana's going to be real upset with Tariq next episode. That's all I'm
Yeah.
gonna say. She's going to be
No, it's
highly
all good.
upset.
It's all good. Cause she into that Joker, man. You
And I know
know?
a bunch of people that and I appreciate the people on YouTube that has subscribed to the channel and came to the channel. A bunch of people wanted me to put up a link to the whole show. That'll never happen because I'm not trying to get the page taken down. But sometimes we come across clips. I mean, I believe that power. I believe that all of these shows leak certain scenes for a reason. That's just my personal opinion about the digital world of movies. I think that they always send these clips out and to their buddies and friends, and somebody knows somebody, and then you be like, "Oh, I dropped the clip." Then everybody get mad at you on YouTube and be like, "Why you ain't put the whole movie out?" I'll never put the whole movie out on the channel
Let me
because
ask you a question. I'm gonna ask the people in the chat. And as y'all know, he's my favorite character in here. But what's Kane's next move, man? Is Kane gonna be rocking with his mama? Like, he's still dealing with Mecca. Like, what's Kane's next move, man?
I I think Kane, as crazy as it may seem, I don't think Kane was that upset at the dinner table. I think he was stunned when that's why he said it's signed oldest. I don't think he was mad though. I think that he kind of understand. I think Diana's crushed because I think Diana thought the world of her father and mother, so she felt as though that her mother was keeping secrets from her and sleeping around. And Drew was down with the family, man. Drew done killed his first, got his first kill, so Drew don't got no problem now. Drew. I think Lorenzo's messed up more than anybody. I think the actor that played Lorenzo generally looked at hurt. I thought a couple scenes like Tariq, we raised you better than Diana. I think that now they can go into some cultures don't want women to have kids. I think that's why if you listen to what Monet said with Dante, she said her family. She was younger. So I mean, yeah, I had a baby before I met you. I think that was easily explainable, but the shock from the dinner table and the way that Diana just ethered it out, like was like, oh nah, we can't have that. He said, who's in control of the house and money and Monet Lorenz? That we don't know.
Well, I think Lorenzo is because he was basically trying to tell her it was time for her to fall back. He honed
Yeah.
that. But again, it makes you think, right?
Y'all gotta
It
remember that
makes
Dante and as of right now, nobody knows Dante and Mecca is the same person.
right.
Nobody knows this.
But it makes you think, right? And we talked about this before. Lorenzo was still calling shots from jail, like, so when he came home, everything was supposed to be set up for him already. Like, I'm surprised, like, stuff ain't set up for him. Like, they got to take people out or whatever to gain control of this and that. That was a little surprising to me.
You
You
know
know
what?
what I
You
mean?
know what surprised me from a prior episode was how we know that Monet killed old boy in season one for the money. You would have thought, soon as Monet got that money, she would have tried to pursue a different way to get Lorenzo out. She had the money in the stash. Diana took the money to get her father out. You would think that once Monet found that out, Monet would be like, I'm mad you took the money, but thanks for getting your father out. She ain't even happy. Monet's not happy. She's very conflicted. I know that was one of the things that Keisha had said. Is Keisha said that the writers were doing a good job this season with showing the conflict of when you consider who's Ghost, because a lot of times we always consider Jamie Ghost because Breeze gave him that name, but in this, any character could be Ghost, so to say, because you show a confliction of two different lifestyles. So Keisha had always said that basically Monet was Ghost this season because they're showing a confliction. Interesting perspective that Keisha has on it, and something that we should never discount is the conflict that I have. Because if you looked at Jamie, even though he was Ghost from a nickname, he had a lot of conflict going on in his life
Yeah.
of the streets and wanting to be this club owner.
And speak of speaking of our co-host, Keisha.
Yeah, where
Where
is
you
Keisha?
at? Where you at, Keisha? Where you at? I'm like Rodney from the shop. Where you at? But yeah, I thought it was a 9.5, man. Like again, like everybody said, the dining room scene was spectacular, but there's a lot of other little things in there, man, that was like very
This
interesting.
is
A
the
lot of
first
little.
episode this season that I watched it twice, Dwayne. I actually watched it 3 times, and
Yeah, I'm on
and,
my
and
third watch right
yeah,
now. I got it playing right now in the background.
I'm giving it a 9. I'm giving it
Yeah,
a
I said
9.
9.5. I was with Anthony on that. I'm gonna give it a 9.5. But it's also gonna be a little bit disappointing because what they gonna do in these last two episodes that match this, man.
Yeah. So we got some good things going forward the next week or two. Like Dwayne said, in 2 weeks, February 6th, we're gonna have Power Book 2 Ghost is going to come to a close. So we're gonna have on that Monday, we're gonna have that show, the ending show, the season finale show, and then right after that, we're gonna go right into Force episode 1 because the ending is the premiere for that show. So it's really interesting what's gonna happen next couple of weeks. Nicole said Monet was in control, but now her husband is trying to push her out to be the housewife. I don't look at that as being the housewife. I know a lot of people feel like, um Monet held him down and he's trying I believe that he's trying to be what he always was, is the protector and the provider, and basically Mo just the whole thing was a temporary situation, even though he had got life. I think I believe that a lot of people that's looking at it is looking at it from an angle of basically he's trying to, you know, bogart her. I don't think it's that serious. I think he's more protected. I think now we may see a whole different side of Lorenzo that we don't know because now he's angry, he's upset, because he if you listen to all his rhetoric from even season 1, it has always been about the family, protecting the family, no loose ends, take to the family. It's always been family. Now his family, his foundation is rock. So let's see how he acts now when it's not as solid as it's been from what we've seen. But thanks you guys for joining the
So
chat. Any
listen,
final
before
thoughts,
you
Dwayne?
so yeah, no, no, I wanna throw it back to the chat. And again, we thank y'all for rocking with us and participating. We appreciate y'all. It helps us. But I want to hear from the chat real quick before we sign off. What's next? What y'all think is next? What's going down in episode 9, chat world?
Episode 9 predictions.
We got any?
The court case will be done. It'll be done. You can't take that court case to 10. 10 has to be a season finale that got so much stuff going on. It ain't even funny. I believe that they're gonna go back into the Tate thing probably episode 9.
Yeah, they got to go back in the tape.
The preview said that Tate is gonna testify against Tariq,
Mm.
which I don't understand why.
Yeah, especially when he helped them out.
Yeah. So that's gonna be an interesting angle anyway. What is he gonna say? Um
Unless he got angry, because they
but at
gonna
the end of the
find out.
day, at the end of the day with Tariq, Dwayne, Tate better be very careful. That's Ghost's
Yeah,
son.
but Tate may get angry because he gonna find out that Milgrave is dead. So that may be the reason that he testified against Tariq, if you think about it from that perspective.
Hmm.
Cause he gonna feel the same way, man. Anybody that's around you, man, they die. So I mean, damn, everybody that's around this Joker died, right? But all right, we ain't get nobody in the chat. But I look forward to seeing how this all line up. Who lining up with who now? Like, is Kane gonna be with his daddy? Or is he gonna be with Mecca? What's Zeke next move?
Oh yeah,
It's a
what was
lot
your
of
favorite
things.
line again, Dwayne, by Effie? What she called Lauren? Vanessa Huxtable?
Yeah. Oh, Vanessa Hospital was a snitch or a rat. Yeah, Vanessa. She called her Vanessa Hospital.
Anthony said Monet is going back to Mecca, but like you said, Kane is the key part in this war.
He is, man.
Kane is a key part, but Mecca was playing him, but he was playing Mecca. I believe the biggest piece for that war is going to be Tariq. Remember, Lorenzo wants to take his empire to the streets of Queens. He don't want to. He don't want to expand. Mecca is on a whole different level. Tariq had the course correct, and they had to shut it down. So Tariq and Effie, they got another whole thing going on, and they get it done. So I think Tariq is the key piece in the war. He's actually to probably be the one that'll stop or escalate the war.
No, I don't think you stopping this war because it's too much involved. You know,
Too
you
much
got the
testosterone.
no, but you got the Monet angle, and Lorenzo gonna be hot over that. And if he finds out who Dante is, yeah, no, there ain't no slowing this war
I
down.
want to know when they
Mm.
find out Dante and Mecca is the same person. That's gonna rock the show because here it is. Monet knew about them robbing Dante. And
That's
it
what
was
I'm
the same
saying.
person. And then the ring got a feeling could come back up. And the only way it could come back up is because Effie knows about the ring. Only Effie and Tariq know about the ring and Davis. So wherever Davis tries to pawn that ring, you might see Dante show up at Davis's office.
Yeah,
So just pay attention to that
it's a
ring
lot of moving
and
parts.
how power does things. With that, appreciate you guys in the chat. Remember, like, share, subscribe. That's the only way that the channel grows. And
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
yeah, like Dwayne said, tell a friend to tell a friend. And if you're expecting clips this week, never know. You might get one, you might not. I don't know.
Listen,
But
and we need y'all help, man. We need the chat world. We need YouTube. Help us find Keisha, man.
with that, everybody have a safe week, man, and we'll enjoy power. And we'll see you guys soon.